Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Bree and Jace liquidated damages in excess of $3 million are under dispute for the Route 1, Route 8, and Hagutnya Bridges project awarded to CoreTech International. While the project was supposed to be finished in April 2014, more than 3 years later, and DPW confirms the project is still incomplete. Outstanding issues include sidewalks out of compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, issues with project plan specifications, and storm water drainage. According to a memo obtained from DPW from May of last year, nearly 60% of sidewalk panels installed were out of compliance. Because DPW is currently under a consent decree, failure to meet ADA and other Federal Highway Administration requirements could force the repayment of federal funds. In addition, DPW estimates CoreTech needs to complete over $500,000 more in outstanding punch list items that are unresolved. Although substantial completion of the project was achieved in August of last year, 2 years after the expected completion date, a notice of default was issued to CoreTech just last month. KUAM reached out to CTI attorneys regarding the project default, but received no comment. We should note CTI is also one of the companies vying for the multi-million-dollar Simon Sanchez High School procurement. CTI protested the Simon Sanchez procurement just 2 weeks ago with 2 claims, including that issuance of a notice of default should not be considered a record of default before adjudication before the Guam courts. A record of default could prevent CTI from successfully bidding on the $100 million Simon Sanchez project. CoreTech also alleges that the timing of the notice of default was a form of retaliation against the company due to hard feelings over prior appeals to the OPA. However, Guam Educational Facilities Foundation Director Phil Flores doesn't think that's the case.
What they're really trying to do is have the government ignore how long it took and what a poor job they did in delaying the finishing of the Hagutnya Bridge and the bridge over there by Bank of Guam. They don't think that should be considered. Well, of course it should be considered. Your previous work with the government, I understand the liquidated damages are like $3 million. Is that something you're supposed to forget about?
Flores represents a competing company that was awarded a previous iteration of the Simon Sanchez procurement last year.
If we were allowed to have gone forward when we were awarded, the school would just about be finished by now.
We should note the protest's second claim argues that contractual documents were missing from the solicitation package. The protest was submitted on September 7, and DPW has yet to respond. Bree and Jace, back to you.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.